What is going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk. And guess what? Victory Day is finally here. It has arrived. We've been waiting for this for 16 days. And what better team?
Before it's hatched.
What better team to get this divisional run started to the playoff than the let's see who they are. Yup, really. Washington football team. What? That's the team right there. No better team than to
get a good look at it.
Yeah.
Get a good look at
it because hey, we about to get into it. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, introduce yourselves, man. Thank you for jumping on the stream. I know it was last minute, but guess what? It's football. Anytime I get a chance to talk football with different people and different, teammates, hey, introduce yourself real quick, and then we'll get into it.
All right. So I'm Trevor. I'm one of the third members of the Rep the District that's here right now. I'm also on full press coverage with George Carmi and football garbage time with Hakun Wong. Here to talk everything Washington football team. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, and I'm Stoner. I go by Stoner because my last name is Stone, not because of any recreational activities outside of this podcast.
Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
We are
Just listen to a few of his ideas, and you'll know.
Yeah. So I am one of also the members of Ref the District.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah, I didn't get the memo in the hoodie, so yeah, whatever, guys.
Yeah, somebody's not like the others.
Yeah, great team.
Right. Hey, look. You could always come over here to the
I still got gear. I still got Washington football team gear.
He's repping the team.
He's
probably the one who's the smartest because he's actually repping game day gear. We're being silly and repping our own team here. I'm Nathan Perry. I'm also one of the members of Ref the District. We do a podcast every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Talk DC sports. Been heavily Washington football team while we're in season. And we'll be streaming the game live here right as soon as we finish this talk with you guys. So It should be a lot of fun.
Word. You know what I mean? My real name is Tim. You know what I'm saying? But I go by King Fly John. Y'all see?
That chain is nice.
Shoot, calm down. Yeah, that's nice.
I gotta lie. Yo, it's heavy, yo.
Right?
It's so bright.
Yeah.
Turn these lights on.
Philadelphia native, Southside Jersey, and I bleed green. I just started my own YouTube channel. I still run with 4th and John, so shout out to the 4th and John crew, Gail, Herm, Prime, everybody that joins the tailgate crew. I'm sorry, I should be there, but I'm here with the guys. JC, I appreciate you. The rest of the guys, Washington District crew.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Cool.
I'm going to subscribe right now. Watch this.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So look, hey, I appreciate all y'all jumping on real quick, and hey, we're about to go through the injury report from yesterday. Nothing has changed today besides Dickerson and Dillard. They are still on that stupid list. But it is what it is. But we got to move on. Everybody else was pretty much a full participation, and Jalen Hurts will be the starting quarterback. So I'm excited to see what he has to bring tonight. He is 0-3 in the division since he took over as the Eagles starting quarterback. So this is a big game for him also. So we will see. But besides that, how's it looking on your side?
Well, our starting quarterback is on COVID, Taylor Heineke. The backup to Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen, is on COVID. So we went to the street and signed Garrett Gilbert, former Dallas Cowboy, step in. He was on the Patriots practice squad, so he's getting the start tonight. At the beginning of the week, we had some key players, Jonathan Allen. Pretty much our whole defensive line was on COVID. They due to the new protocols, we got to bring some of those guys back. We're still missing a couple key defenders. You can do all the quotes you want, bro. They're coming.
Hey, I ain't saying nothing. I say new protocol. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. But you see it right there. That's the latest that we have today. We got Troy Apke back. He's not really anything to worry about except for special teams. Tim Settle's a good defensive line depth guy we have back. The next four are all pretty much brand new. So we'll see how that works out. And then tough news is J.D. McKissick, our third down running back and pass-catching running back, is on IR. he had a concussion at first, but I think it like transformed to a neck injury after concussion. So that's something to keep a watch on in the future. But I probably took over everybody else's time. Sorry, Nathan.
No, you're good. I mean, you hit all the good beats. Defensive line came back, which was good. Unfortunately, Washington is starting a QB that has been with the team for about 5 days. So I think that's going to really limit the offense that you'll see today from Washington. And that's not a great thing because the offense has already been pretty limited, even with the QBs who were in the system for a long time. So it'll be interesting. I think you're going to see a lot of Antonio Gibson. And we're just hoping that he can actually hold on to the ball. Fumbling has been an issue this year for him. And so we'll, just hoping that he doesn't cough up the rock there.
Is Garrett Gilbert a competent quarterback? Yes, he's a competent quarterback. Is he somebody that you want to put out there in an important divisional game in mid-December? No. But that's the hand Washington has been dealt, and so they're going to do everything. These guys are going to rally around him. The players are going to rally around. Like both those guys said, the defensive line are all back. That's going to be a huge upgrade for this team. Everybody basically except for Chase Young, obviously, who's out for the year. But they basically got everybody back in the defensive line. So that's a huge upgrade, but you've still got Gilbert. We'll see what happens.
Right. But Montez Sweat hasn't played since, Halloween, right?
Correct.
It's been 5 weeks since Montez Sweat. He was on injured reserve, and then he was on COVID. So it's been some time since he's been
we'll see just how in shape he really is.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see how in shape he is. Then on top of that, I think your offensive line caught the sickness.
Brandon Scherf, our big run game.
So now you're going third string, second string.
It's been like all year, bro. We're used to it.
Sadiq Charles, who a lot of people had some high hopes for, is going to be the person filling in for Scherf.
Sam Cosme's back.
5th round pick, right?
Yeah,
he was a 4th rounder. He had a lot of people are excited because he has 1st-round talent. Was the big thing. Yes. I think as a guard, he should be playing a lot better.
He is undersized.
He is a little undersized. So, sorry, I paid attention to your draft. You guys actually.
No, you're good.
Pretty well.
He was a stud at LSU, of course, protecting Joe Burrow on the boys. Right. He was a stud, but when he is undersized for his position in the league. So.
Yeah, he should not be a tackle. I can tell you that much. When he filled in for right tackle, it was pretty ugly.
That's shaky.
Yeah. Well, we got Sam Cosme back. He's our 2nd-round pick. He's back from the injured list. He'll be playing. He's our right tackle. But we're on our 4th center, our 4th-string center, backed up.
Which surprisingly isn't that bad.
It hasn't been a disaster.
It hasn't been.
So
no
miscounts, no.
Not really. No. Honestly, no.
But we'll see how kind of all that goes. But you're a patchwork offensive line. But a lot of teams are dealing with that this time of year. You're dealing with offensive.
Even the Eagles, by the way.
Yeah,
exactly. Even the Eagles.
Yeah.
Like we lost Dickerson and we lost freaking a right guard a long time ago. But then now we lost our other right guard, and now we on our 3rd right guard.
I think we lost Salamalu. We lost Salamalu. We lost Brooks, and Gilbert.
Yeah. So I mean,
Brandon Brooks.
But it
when
is.
is he ever going to come back? When is he ever going to come back?
Who, Brooks?
Yeah, I feel like he's just like.
When do you want him to come back? Because a lot of Eagle fans was like, "Hey, we don't want Brooks to come back." But I'm like, look,
this is the last year.
But look, we need him to play so he could show people what he has for a trade bait. You know,
what are you guys expecting from Jalen Hurts tonight? I mean, he hasn't played with this offense in over 2 weeks, literally.
That's nothing.
You sure?
I'm positive. It's the same offense. Go ahead, King.
You got a new quarterback in a new system. That's going to be difficult. Jalen's coming off a bye, and then the Jets. That's already a bye week. It's the Jets.
Do you think his ankle is healthy as what everybody says it is, or you think he's just saying it so he can play? How bad do you think the ankle really is?
This is the NFL, so you're never going to come in every game at 100%. When I played, I was nicked up, banged up. My entire high school, when I played college, I was always banged up. It's just the name of the game, man. You know, you got bodies banging into bodies, big guys going against big guys. My thing is, and I'm a little scared about, is is this? And I'm not trying to reference this from it was 11 years ago with the Joe Webb game, but
oh wow,
is John Gannon not going to play the way he played in that first half against Zach Wilson? That's what I'm a little scared about. I'm a little scared about that. And hey, and Rivera, bro, he always beats us. I don't know what it is, but he always beats us. We could be up 21-0. And then fourth quarter, boom. I'm like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah, some teams are just like that. Like we have kind of that bugaboo with the Giants. As bad as the Giants always seem to be, they always we either just barely beat them when they're one of the worst teams in football,
or they beat us,
or they just smack us around. Like last year, they beat us twice. And this year we had to basically get lucky by a guy jumping off sides on a
that.
Yes.
I think
got
it
a
was.
chance at that.
Yeah, it's Thursday Night Football, second week of the
You know
season.
what's funny though? But you know what's funny? In the NFC, I think we have the most rich type of rivalry. Like four teams, we just cannot stand each other.
Yeah.
At all.
Like at all. I was back east. I live in Arizona right now, right? So I was back east. I went to New Jersey, and I'm there, and it was the Giants versus the Cowboys, and I'm in a hotel full of nothing but Cowboys and Giants fans. And when I tell you the look that I was getting every time I was going past to go to the Nickelodeon studios, take my daughter and my wife is a Niner fan, so they're looking at us like we're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it though. I love it. And like they wouldn't say anything because I'm 6'3", 280 pounds, so they wouldn't say anything. But
yeah, true.
Yeah.
So
I
what's
understand that. I understand that.
what's one thing that we should be worried about facing the Eagles tonight?
JC, tell them.
Look, I'm gonna show you this right here because I think that this guy Sweat against Sweat, right? You got Josh Sweat and Montez Sweat, so I feel like those two guys on opposite sides is going to dominate the game, especially coming off the edge, especially with the right guard being missing. So maybe your left tackle or your right tackle might be trying to help, and then hey, boom. Come off the edge. So I think that Josh Sweat, he has to be the guy because I'm done counting on Barnett. Like honest truth, I'm done counting on Barnett. Like, he has more penalties in 5 years in sacks, and you are supposed to be Reggie. He broke Reggie White's sack record, and like we had this high hope for him, but it turned out to be, I won't say a bust. Like Jamarcus Russell is a bust, and some of these people that spend like a year, but
A disappointment.
A disappointment. So I really think that the Philadelphia Eagles, starting with this man right here, I know Hargrave, I know y'all on your third backup center, y'all was on your fifth. But hey, Roger Goodell, y'all slipped him a couple chains. You had a couple days.
Plus size model.
Hey, which one of y'all gave him a lap dance? Which one of y'all?
I mean, you see, I'm wearing a scarf right now, so I mean, I ain't gonna put your names.
Hey, okay.
Trevor's always hustling, man.
Hey, man, we gotta get the playoffs
anyway.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day.
Anything's necessary.
Yeah. But like for real, I really feel like it's going to be a sweat on sweat crime, and that's why I put the other a sweat on there. But still, I really want the Philadelphia Eagles when they play bad quarterbacks or average quarterbacks, they seem to stick out their chest a little bit. But we didn't do that against Daniel Jones. I don't know why, and we didn't really do that in the first half against Zach Wilson. We made Zach look. If your quarterback is struggling, just play the Eagles. We got you. We make you. Hey, we'll send you to the Pro Bowl because if for some odd reason, like man, they're just. Man, I don't know what it is, but like I thought we had a trend going. Hey, bad quarterback blitz, good quarterback it plays zone. But the past two with the Zach Wilson first half and the Daniel Jones whole game, we barely got any sacks on these boys. You know what I mean? So. I need us to blitz up the middle. We don't have a Micah Parsons, but we do have some extra bodies. You know what I mean? Some blitz up the middle, some linebackers, something. Because I feel like we don't have enough information on your quarterback to sit back and say, you know what, hey, let's see what he's going to do. How smart is this kid? Bring the heat from the jump. Defense is going to win this game. I'm sorry, but it's going to be on the defensive side.
I agree with you. I was going to say, I think it comes with our defensive line, too. If we can create pressure to Jalen Hurts, I think we pretty much, I'm not going to say have it wrapped up, but we'll have a pretty big advantage of winning the game if we just get pressure on Jalen Hurts, make him run on that bum ankle, really test it out, see how healthy it really is. If we can just contain him, then there is no Devontae Smith.
Contain is going to be the big thing for Washington because I think they're going to be able to get enough pressure to make him uncomfortable. But Jalen really scares us as a podcast because he is good working outside the pocket and being able to avoid that rush. And if Washington can't wrap him up or if they're not playing disciplined, they're in for, being gashed by Jalen Hurts, bad ankle or no. So I think that's going to be one of those things to watch on Washington's side.
Yeah, because we don't have these great linebackers that are going to be able to contain him. Our best safety, Cam Curl, he's out. He's on the COVID list. Kendall Fuller, one of our best cornerbacks, he's on the COVID list. He's not playing. Yeah. So we're missing a lot of the guys that if you do put pressure on him, as Nathan said, and he gets outside that pocket, we don't have the talent on the outsides and up the middle there after that defensive line to contain Jalen Hurts. He's going to be a problem. That's why we wished all week that that Minshew was going to be the quarterback.
We wanted that Minshew mania.
Basically stays in the pocket and defends.
The mustache, huh?
Yeah, but with Hurts, man, he's a problem. He's a problem.
He is.
You can say whether or not he's the franchise quarterback going forward or whether he's a great passer or whatever. He is a problem when he gets outside the pocket. And when you have on the other side.
That's the question right there. The accuracy. Who has more accuracy? Minshew
but on our side,
Minshew does.
On our side, on offense, we're not going to just go rack up 30 points with
Garrett
this new
Gilbert.
Quarterback.
Get his name right, Stoner. Garrett Gilbert.
GG.
Philadelphia just has to do just enough and make a few plays, and Jalen Hurts can make plays, and that's probably going to be the difference. I think that's going to be the difference in the game.
That pretty much is.
Yeah.
Because once we contain him, there is no Devontae Smith. There is no Quez Watkins, whoever number 2 receiver is for you guys.
Yeah, Quez Watkins.
Yeah, they won't be a threat if we can stop. Yeah.
But, all right, so, y'all said, y'all linebackers are weak. So who's going to cover Goddard?
Probably Landon Collins or Jamin Davis, honestly.
Yeah, they're going to put a safety in there. They definitely got to put a safety in there.
Like over the top or like man up with Goddard? Because, you don't know if Goddard is going out or not because, depending on the sets, and you might end up with the linebacker on Goddard.
It's either Landon or Jamin Davis. Jamin's our best quote-unquote coverage linebacker we have, and Landon Collins is really good in that spot, covering tight ends coming across the middle and in the box as well. So one of those two will have to.
But that was usually.
But I prefer.
Sorry, Trev. That was just usually a Cam Curl. Play. Cam Curl.
Yeah, that was definitely a Cam Curl.
So that's why maybe it might be. I don't know, Jeremy Reeves if he's active. It could be a Jeremy Reeves a couple times.
I think you'll see Cole Holcomb also cover him at times. So I'm not saying it's going to be successful, but we've seen Cole drop back in coverage. So it's Jamin Davis. One of the big highlights for him coming out of college that a lot of people, especially Washington fans, that they like to point to was that he held Pitts, right? That was his big thing. Pitts is this freakish athlete.
Kyle Pitts,
Kyle Pitts that was happy, did not go to an NFC East opponent. But that was Jamin Davis was like, he stopped Kyle Pitts. So he's supposed to be good in coverage. We really haven't seen that this rookie season from him. But he does have athletic skills to be able to hold with those tight ends. Cole Holcomb is much more of a cerebral player, although his athletics score is actually reasonable as well. Landon Collins is going to be the interesting one. His coverage score has improved since the bye on PFF, but he really has been playing better when he's closer to in the box and stuffing the run. And he honestly, he's going to be the one who's going to be spying Jalen most of the time. And he's going to be the one we're expecting to keep Jalen Hurts gashing the defense. It's not great, but it's what Washington has to play with this game.
He's a box safety. He is, he can't, his covering skills, like they have improved, but he's more I'm gonna, get my nose dirty. I'm gonna put my face in the fan. I'm gonna make tackles. I'm gonna, what I mean. He'll make a big play, splash play here and there. But
which was surprising last week. They lined him up as a deep safety, and he got that pick on Dak, which was, like I said, surprising because normally he doesn't play back there. But he is a safety. He lets everybody in the world know that he is a safety and not a linebacker. So, and he kind of showed it last week. So we'll see.
And this Washington defense plays mostly zone anyway. It's not a man-to-man defense, so it's not.
Yeah, we don't have the speed for that.
That bend don't break defense, huh?
Yeah. It's not like
I hate that defense. I hate that defense, man. Yo, I wake up in the middle of the night sweating. Yo, I have PTSD from that damn defense.
Well, that's probably
that's what the Eagles played. That's what the Eagles played this year. Like all truth. Like if we play all of our losses, we play zone. Like we never changed up to man. We never really blitzed. We played the stupid bend don't break defense, hoping that we could get a sack or so, but we can't. That's the problem. We can't get to the quarterback. When you play those type of defense, you need to get to the quarterback. You need to try to send a blitz, something, because you keep bending and bending and bending. 9 minutes later, bending and bending. 12 minutes, you're still bending, and now you're at the 5-yard line. It's been an 18-play drive.
Well, that's what we do. We're kind of known for that too. That's kind of our MO this season.
Oh, for sure. And the thing is, though, with us, with the bend don't break type of thing, we can't necessarily do that right now because this scheme doesn't fit what we have and what we going to do. We're missing Brandon Graham. You know what I mean? He was the heart and soul of our defense.
Yeah.
When
Malcolm Jenkins.
When he went down, it was like, what
do we do now?
Yeah. It was like Ricky Bobby when he got first interviewed. And he was like, I don't do my hands.
What do I do? Yes.
It's insane. And then on top of that, we have the corners. We have being an Eagles fan since I've been an Eagles fan since 1990, 1989. And we've had corners come here and there. But we've never had a corner scheme like this entire time, my entire life. We have Slay, then you got Nelson over there. We got guys. Okay, hold on. Let me finish.
Okay, all right.
Nelson is a mugger. D Slay is fast. He can do that. But we never had we had corners, but we never had a corner in this type of ability to do what he can. It's just I'm not saying Dion or anything like that, but to have somebody like that to be a shut down corner, it makes your whole mind go, damn, why couldn't we do this a lot sooner?
Hey, you must be a young gun because I remember Bobby Taylor on one side, Lito Shepherd, Brian Dawkins, Quentin Michael in the back. You're not throwing on those boys. Those were shut down some corners. Then the Jim Johnson defense with it.
For sure. But what I'm saying, I'm talking about with this scheme, with this type of scheme. It's soft. We got the most soft defensive scheme I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
so annoying.
So how do we beat you guys tonight?
Wait. Hey, before we answer that, who's starting on your offense? We are missing a right guard.
Ask Darius Slay who Terry McLaurin is. Darius Slay knows exactly who Terry McLaurin is. So
bad scheme. That's all it was. Bad scheme.
We all know who
that scheme.
We good now.
So the scheme is the reason why his feet don't match Terry McLaurin's feet.
Over or under 60 yards for McLaurin.
I'm taking over today.
I'm not.
I'm going to take the under.
He'll get 61, and y'all be like, "Damn!"
No, come on.
I'm taking the under, but it's not because Slay's going to get the better of McLaurin. It's going to be because of the fact that they have a QB that's been on the roster for 5 days. And McLaurin was limited in practice for some of that.
But Terry McLaurin has that stat where he's caught in how many passes from how many quarterbacks in how many years. He's fine. It ain't no thing to him.
Legit.
He'll catch one.
You have a little bit of time. It didn't work like that.
We'll see tonight. So we got him, probably De'Ami Brown, probably Adam Humphries, and DeAndre Carter around, and Cam Simmons probably around.
Are those starters though?
Those are starters. Those are starters.
So if everybody was
Not supposed to
healthy,
be,
so
but-
those would be your starters. Like, who's your
Well,
okay,
Curtis Samuel would
Curtis
be your
Samuel will
starter.
be there,
Curtis
but
Samuel's
he's
not
not.
because of
So
his
that's why
hamstring,
you
right?
have. Yeah, that's why you
He's-
have
It was his
DeAndre Carter in there now.
quad, now hamstring. So it's
it's
been
ridiculous.
not a good year for Curtis Samuel.
Yeah.
Number 10 for wide receivers is not a good number. So
Number 10
he's
for,
gonna
in
change that
general
up.
is not good. RG3 was number
That's
10.
fair.
Look where he is. He wants to play for us, but he
Hey,
wants
he's
to write
trying
a
to
book
come
about how
back.
much
He
he
want
hates
trying to
us.
tell all
but he wants
book.
to
He's
play
trying
for
to
us.
snitch. He's trying to ditch. Hey, and whatever
Yeah,
he's trying
whatever.
to do.
Bro,
So-
ever since he did the stanky leg, his career has not been
Oh,
safe.
leave him alone. That was Mike Shanahan's fault. Anyways, we
Yo,
got
man.
Antonio
Wait,
My
Gibson
man
is
said the
running back.
stanky leg. Oh.
Yeah, we heard him, Stoner. Thanks, man. I mean, Nathan, we heard him.
Hey,
Hey, Stoner, you know that? Let's go.
Stoner got a music reference.
Antonio Gibson's our running back, probably with some Jarrett Patterson since we don't have Wendell Smallwood. You guys know who he is, and we don't
Yeah.
have
Whoa,
JD
JD.
McKissic anymore.
JD
Yeah.
is that's a big loss, man. And not
It
having
is. It's
two
huge.
guys,
dude, man.
It's
JD and Logan Thomas. Man.
Yeah, I
Those
was
are
gonna
the
mention
two
him, yeah.
guys, the key
He's
guys that I think that if y'all had
Oh, for sure.
those two guys, man, on top of Gibson and Terry, it would have been a fight. I mean, it might still be a fight. Look, this is the NFC East.
It's going to be a fight.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be-
didn't expect to go to the Giants and lose to the Giants. There's no way we could lose to the Giants. But guess what? When the NFC East team play, just throw out the records. Just throw the records out and address who could play better ball that day.
Ricky Seals-Jones is our tight end today. Probably
Yeah, I know
some
him.
Alex Arma, whatever. He's a fullback / tight end from Carolina that Ron Rivera knows we just signed like a week or two ago. Look for him to catch some snaps there. Offensive line's the same. Eric Flowers is our best.
Sleep on John Bates.
John Bates is
Who? We
another
didn't mention
rookie.
Bates.
Yeah,
What position is that?
Rookie fourth rounder.
He's
Tight
a
end.
rookie tight end.
Oh,
From
tight
Boise
end.
State.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
He's
see, I
been pretty
forgot that
decent.
fast.
I mean, he's no Logan Thomas. He's no Dallas Goedert. He's not in that level.
He's a John Bates.
But he can catch the ball and he can get down the field. He's an excellent blocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
For what that's worth.
right,
So yeah, that's
so
about it.
Okay, so how many of your original starters y'all got back on defense? I know defense was the one that got hit the hardest. So how many starters out of 11?
Sweat.
How many is back?
Sweat, Allen, Payne, Ioannidis,
Settle.
He's not a starter.
The only ones missing from the starting is Fuller and Curl.
And Cam Curl. Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty much.
sure.
So yeah,
And
only
Chase.
two are missing.
And Chase.
Nine out of
Chase.
11?
And Chase.
Yeah, so our
So-
defense is still there.
And if we're getting real down and dirty and specific, don't forget our starting linebacker, John Bostic, at the beginning of the year.
I forgot about Bostic.
But he
Yeah, me
was
too.
gone in
Let's
the
not
first
get
game.
too crazy.
So, yeah, that's
the
it.
defensive side of the ball, you're going to see a lot of a 5-2 lineup. So the 5 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and when they're not running that, they're more often not going to be running 4-2-5. So they don't put out 3 linebackers too often. We're already thin in that position, and they're not very good. So you won't see too many linebackers. That's where Landon Collins, Cam Curls have been pretty impressive, playing those box safety roles, being an additional linebacker, but having coverage skills of a DB has been pretty handy. So that's what you'll see on the defensive side of the ball. And again,
That's just
only
fire.
missing Fuller, Curl, and Chase Young from the original
We'll be fine.
starters. Bostic, if you want to count him, but I think
Maybe
that's
St. Juice. He was kind of a starter.
I think those last two, Bostic and St. Juice, have been additions
they ain't
as
here.
subtraction.
They ain't been here
I
for like
St.
5
Juice,
weeks.
but Fuller on the outside has been a big improvement.
Yeah.
And that started when St. Juice went down.
Okay.
So look for William Jackson to probably cover Devontae Smith at this point. He's our best corner.
Okay, hey, I'll take that matchup all day and twice on Tuesday.
Thanks.
You got to get him
it
the
is
ball
what it
first.
Look, hey, look,
Gotta get away from Sweat, Payne,
look,
and Allen first.
look. There's one thing I noticed about this team, right? There's
Yeah.
there's one thing I noticed about this coaching staff. Whatever the media is talking about the most, they go into the next freaking game trying to overdo it. So if you're talking about, hey, y'all didn't blitz, the next game, they go into the game trying to blitz 100% of the time. So now Devontae Smith has been the talk over the past couple of weeks. Hey, he demanded the ball at the Giants. He didn't get the ball at the Jets with a different quarterback now. Remember, it wasn't Hurts. It was a whole different quarterback at the Jets. He still didn't get the ball. Now I feel like that they're going to try to force feed him the ball. I mean, which could be a negative for us because now you could have a wide open Goddard or Watkins, but you try and get Smith happy. He's a rookie. He'd be all right. Man, he ain't going to demand a trade or anything.
No, but he's Devontae Smith. I mean? He's the Heisman Trophy winner.
I hear you. But this whole offense is new. Like, they are literally trying to we changed our offense mid-season. Against the Lions was the first time the Philadelphia Eagles just ran the ball. We wasn't running the ball.
Yeah,
we was not.
Billy Miles was not running the ball. No.
Exactly. So we changed our offense mid-season. Now he got to get used to it because Hurts was throwing 30, 40 times a game. Mm-hmm. Like, as a young – okay, so would you ask Gilbert to throw 30, 40 times tonight? No, you want to try to put the ball in your running game. Yeah. Somebody that you trust in order to loosen up that a defense or open up your offense more. But that's what Hurts was being told to do because our coach, he came out and said it. We had to keep up with them scoring. Bill Belichick don't care who you have on the other side. He's going to make you play his game. Yeah. Like he's going so if you're a good passing team, guess what? He's going to run it down your throat. Like he's going to bring you in and kill you. Like, I mean, so
that leads me to my next question. How much longer are you giving Nick Sirianni to be the head man in charge?
King, take that, King.
He has another year. He has another year, so they're not going to just throw him out like that.
One and done.
He was handpicked. He was handpicked by Jeffrey. I'm not sure of how he was on that train as much. Mm-hmm. My thing is this though, is like we've shot ourselves in the foot in a lot of these games that we should have won. The Niner game, we should have won that one. We wanted to get all cute and go out the goal line and go Philly special. What was the other game? I think the other game was the Giants. We won that one. I think there was like one more game in somewhere in there. I think what Nick needs to do is just simplify some things. He needs to stop overloading and overthinking of what he needs to do to spark this offense. When he started running the ball, especially with the RPOs and everything he was doing, it opened up. And then they start doing the zone run, the zone read, and the zone runs. That really opened it up, especially when you have a big fullback like Jordan Howard back there. He's ready to just knock a wall down.
Yeah.
You can do that type of stuff when you have those players. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of the times, and then what JC said was like, sometimes what we like to do is we like to put a square peg into a round hole. Okay. And it force it. It's like, yo, what are you doing? Simplify it. We have one of the best offensive lines. We have one of the best offensive lines of coaches. Just run the ball. That's what we got to do. Run the
ball. So isn't that the sign of a good coach, though, is that after a certain amount of time, you see that it's not working, and you do change it up, and now you've become successful because of that. I think that would be the sign of a guy who is learning on the job. He's a first-year head coach. He's learning on the job. He's making the adjustments. He's not afraid to say, what I'm doing is not working, so we're going to change it up, and we're going to make it work, and now it's working.
And so
I would think that's a sign of a coach.
The point for you to say that brings me back to when we won a Super Bowl with Doug. Doug did the same thing. We pass. Against the Chargers, we ran the ball with LeGarrette Blount, and guess what? We won that game. Mm-hmm. And when we got a little bit of that 50-50 and going even, we won the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and most definitely, man. If you can adjust and say, hey, this is what I'm doing wrong, let me fix this, you're most definitely correct.
It's kind of easy to say. Yeah. It's kind of easy to say, look, we need to run the ball because that's what we're good at. But it's very difficult to actually do that because I think every team really wants to establish a run. They want to establish the ability to pound the football forward, ahead on every down. Everybody wants to do that. But are you good enough to do it? And if you're not successful, either at the beginning of a game or at the beginning of a season, if you're not successful, are you willing to stick with it?
Right.
Because it's the same for Washington. We know this team's strength is running the ball. Our team's strength is not at the quarterback position. Even when Taylor Heineke's in there, that's not our strength. Our strength is Gibson, McKissick, running the ball, short passes, things like that. But at the beginning of the year, we weren't doing that because we were getting down early in every game, and we had to throw the ball. And then all of a sudden, you come out against Tampa after the break, and Ron said, I don't care what happens, we're running the ball. And they ran the ball 34 times, close to that, for like 90-something yards. And it didn't matter. They were going to run the ball, successful or not.
And it worked.
And it turned the season around. And I think kind of the same things happen in Philly.
Yeah.
So we're going to run the ball because we don't have Aaron Rodgers. We don't have Brady. We don't have these stud quarterback. Right. So the more we run, the more successful we're going to be. And that's what teams who are 6-7, teams that are 7-6, 7-7, that's what they have to do because they don't have somebody who's just going to sling it all over the park and make plays and win for you. So you have to have that mentality, but you also have to have the coaching staff that's going to stick with it and go after it, play after play, game after game.
Yeah, look, at the same time, hey, real quick, hey, you say, hey, that's a sign of a good head coach. Hey, that means I would be a terrific head coach because before I get the damn job, I know the strength and weaknesses of the damn team. I know the Philadelphia Eagles are a running team. If I watched last year or the Super Bowl year,
so he should have known.
And you're young.
You can't do it when you're down 21-0 in the first quarter.
But the thing is, we don't have to get down 21-0.
Right. But if you don't have the
it never get to 21-0, and no. The thing is this: if you're a young head coach, a young team, that's football 101. Run the ball, put your quarterback in easy situations. You as a head coach, nobody is gonna say you got Hurts back there. You don't have Brady, Rodgers, Wilson. Nobody's going to say, why ain't we throw the ball 30, 40 times? Come on, throw the ball 30, 40 times. I've never heard people complain about that, by the way. Never. But I've always heard people say, why ain't we running the ball? Why aren't we controlling the clock? So if you're a young
head coach. Because it opens up the pass.
Man, all right.
It's easy. I got two things. One, I just saw Le'Veon Bell has signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so there's that. Yeah. And then two,
I box Jake Paul.
I did too, but it just came across.
He got cut
with the Bucks.
He got cut.
Yeah. So second thing, you guys just got awarded another first-round pick to make you guys have 3 first-round picks.
Facts.
What are you guys gonna do? You trading them away? You keeping them all? And if you are, who are you taking?
Can I take this one? I don't trust Howie Roseman.
Ooh, and why is that?
Just look at the past.
I know.
Look at the first.
I mean, you got Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts.
Bro, look at all the wide receivers that we should have, and you want to go through the names? We can go through the names. KD, DK,
the wall of pain here.
Devontae Adams.
The wall of pain.
No.
You can stop right there. You can stop right there.
I can go on.
Justin Jefferson. Yeah.
I can go on. It's terrible. I just don't trust him. And we all know what we're going to go. The first pick for the Eagles is going to be a defensive lineman or offensive lineman. We already know what that's going to be. And then after that, it's going to be a fireman out of North Dakota. Somebody saving somebody from the avalanches, and then a zookeeper that was good back in 87.
Yeah, good combine.
I'm so tired of this, bro.
Good combine.
I'm so tired of it, bro.
Did you see that viral video that was going around? I think it just kind of went around again the last couple of days, but it was when they had the cameras on the draft room last year for.
Oh yeah, Donovan
2 years ago for the Vikings. When Philly picked Rager.
Really?
Right?
Really? You going to bring that up?
The Vikings brass was almost
laughing.
They were laughing at the fact that they
did you guys like that pick?
Justin
honestly,
dropped.
No.
What, Jalen Rager?
No.
Yeah. Hell no.
Justin Jefferson was shopping in Philly for houses.
Yeah.
He knew he was coming to Philly.
Yeah.
There was no indication that they was going to go that route.
Yeah.
So
And then Eric Moorhead was like, I know this kid. He's at TCU, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yo, this kid didn't even – but they were like, oh, well, you know,
he ran a 4 or something.
Big numbers because he had a different quarterback every year. Dog, that's TCU? Name one person from TCU from the past. What's that LaDainian Thomas? Oh,
Josh Dotson.
Josh Dotson.
Didn't AB come from TCU? AB didn't come from TCU? Where AB come from? The U or TCU?
Who?
AB.
Antonio Brown?
Yeah, Antonio
He's
Brown.
from Central Michigan.
He's from
Central Michigan. Oh, so
Yeah.
what? One of the small ones, though. But
Yeah, definitely
but
small.
still,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, so you guys are really going to keep all 3 first-round picks, you think?
Well, hey, I have a whole different opinion from my guy King here. You know what? Hey, but before I go, though, you know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that's watching. Please like and subscribe to all these guys, man. We play them twice a year, every year, and it's always good to have knowledge what's going on inside their dysfunctional organization. You know what I mean?
Why do you gotta say dysfunctional, bro?
All right, my bad. Hey, you know what I mean? I can't say keep praising y'all and then I stuff y'all down, you know? But that's all right. Nah, they cool guys, man. And also my guy King, man. Hey, go subscribe to his channel. Brand new content creator, up and coming in the highest one. So just go ahead, hit him up. But look, hey, I see different from King. Howie Roseman, anything in top 10, I don't trust. Do not touch. Do not touch because there's so much room for error. Like in top 10, hit or miss. So now we have 3 first-round picks, and none of them is in top 10 right now. So I believe it's like 11 and our.
Your own pick.
We won't be.
Number 10
We won't be. We won't be in the top 10.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
A couple more wins. Nah, we won't be in top 10. And
you guys did both well. We both will be in the top 10. Let's be honest.
Speak for yourself. So I mean, I see us in the mid-range and whatever it is, but the thing is, I really feel like that we're gonna trade away at least one of those picks. You know, because next year, if we decide to keep Jalen Hurts, why not have 2 firsts next year and possibly 2 2s next year? Because somebody is going to be desperate enough to try to come back in the second round or try to move up or something, and we could fleece them for next year in case Hurts or Minshew don't work out together. Because I feel like if Hurts going the season as a starter, he starts struggling. We know we have a capable matchup, a backup. Ooh. So how long? I'm just saying it. If Hurts goes to next year struggling, we have a capable backup. Now we could try to keep Hurts in there or put Minshew in there. But either way, you might be in top 10 again next year with 2 first-round picks. So now you could try to do some maneuver and with some trades in there. So,
King,
that's my mind.
What's that?
Deshaun Watson clears
Nope.
all legal.
Nope.
You have 3 first-round picks right now. You have 3 first-round picks right now. Deshaun Watson clears all legal everything. Everything's clear. He can play. He can be traded. Do you pull the trigger? You got 3 first rounds.
Say no. And the reason why I'm going to say no, because we all know this is Philadelphia, and the media would eat his ass up. Too much baggage, it just wouldn't work. It barely worked with Michael Vick
until he starts winning games, right? And
what if he wins?
All would be forgiven.
With his attitude, he wouldn't work in Philadelphia. I don't know if you known his attitude. I mean, he's walking on. He is. He's very cocky. He's walking on a practice field, and they're taking pictures of him. He's like, "For what? What are you doing? What are you doing? You can't do that in Philly because we'll eat your ass." It just won't work.
From a football standpoint, would you give up 3 first rounders for Deshaun Watson?
No, because
one, you probably give 2 and Hurts. I think that's.
No, I would no. Because look,
yes, Nathan.
I don't care if it's Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson. Look, but the thing is this:
are you crazy?
If you build your team right, and right now the Eagles will have about $50 to $60 million out with the cap space for next year with 3 first-round draft pick, right? So now, how far are we really? You know what I mean? Like, how far? Because a lot of these games, we were in or should have won. So, I mean, hey, whether we make the playoffs or not, I really think
quarterback away?
That we're a quarterback and a middle linebacker away and a cornerback.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's where the money come in at. But that's where the money.
Fourth rounds.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
But see, that's where. But the thing is, this Hurts could give you probably a lot less accurate than Deshaun Watson. But at the same time, Deshaun Watson was 4-12.
Nearly 20% difference.
And the Texans, on the Texans, he was 4-12. So I mean,
he also 12-4.
Yeah, I mean,
with the Texans.
He's Michael Jordan, bro. Like he's Michael Jordan.
But with weapons around him, though.
I think King wants him. I think King would take that.
But I'm not giving up all that draft capital for somebody like that. I just can't.
Okay, Stoner, go ahead.
He does have a lot of baggage.
Explain yourself.
A lot of baggage.
Too much baggage.
I give up the world for a franchise quarterback. Okay, because
not to interrupt though.
Go ahead.
You haven't had a franchise quarterback in a long time.
Ever.
Okay.
Ever?
Whoa, whatever.
Name one franchise quarterback. Washington.
Doug Williams.
He was not a franchise
quarterback.
He
won a Super Bowl.
He won your Super Bowl.
Okay, but he wasn't a franchise quarterback.
People was yelling for Nick Foles after he won Super Bowl.
Right?
Franchise
Is Nick
quarterback.
Foles a franchise quarterback?
No.
Depends what system he in. But look, Nick Foles only has Nick Foles only has
Aaron
success.
Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Tom
But
Brady,
Nick
more than
Foles
5
has
years.
only played great in Philly. That's it. Just look at Lil. He threw 27 in
Whereas Doug Williams played great at.
But JC,
he was supposed to.
But JC, we've had a franchise quarterback. We had Don.
Yeah, that
You know what I'm saying? They're saying they never had one. And
We've never had a quarterback longer than 5
We
years.
love Doug Williams, but he's not a franchise
so
quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't say somebody won Super Bowl. They can be a franchise quarterback.
Doug Williams didn't even last 2 more seasons after that Super Bowl victory with Washington.
Yeah.
You can't call that a franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
We need a
The only
franchise
franchise
quarterback.
quarterback this team has really ever had, his name is
Rex
Sonny
Grossman?
Jurgensen. He's about 100 years old. That's how far back it was.
Okay, how long did Rex Grossman play for you guys? Was it Rex?
Oh God,
2 years,
Sexy
maybe?
Rexy?
Maybe
Yeah.
two.
Rexy?
I feel like he played longer than that, yo.
Maybe two.
Mark
2.5.
Brunell played longer than Rex Grossman.
Really?
Yes.
Rex
Yeah,
Grossman was-
Brunell
Damn,
was
we've
around
never
for
had
Joe
a
Gibbs'
franchise
second.
quarterback.
Second
No, we
season.
haven't, bro.
That is
RG3
Like,
though.
all jokes
RG3 was
aside,
our
we
franchise
haven't.
quarterback.
But he
Okay,
didn't
Kirk
work out.
Cousins. Kirk Cousins was your
He was
Your
here
backup.
2 years.
Listen,
Who's the backup?
there's a lot of definitions that you
Yeah.
can place on a franchise quarterback,
Okay.
but it's a quarterback. There's a lot of different ways, but it's got to be a quarterback that is under contract with you with a 5-year plan ahead,
Yeah.
who is leading you to playoffs at least
And we don't have, we've never had
once
that.
every couple of
Yeah,
years.
y'all never had that.
We haven't had a
Remember,
quarterback
Kirk
longer than
Cousins
5 years.
Was on a 1-year contract for like 4
yeah,
straight years. and
we
you never
franchised
knew,
him.
You never knew
That's
if
why
he
y'all
was going to be
franchised
here.
That's how we got
It's
all
like
that money.
Back-to-back franchise.
And how long was RG3 with you guys?
Like
He
a
was
year
there
and a
for
half.
a year and a half.
Before
he
getting
was
benched
for a year and a
Yeah,
half.
rookie
He
year.
got hurt.
Before getting benched for Cousins, he played his rookie season. 2012 was magical, and we
Yes.
thought we had our franchise quarterback.
Hey.
We were 3-6,
2013,
came
they
out
went
and
3
won
and
6 in a row.
13. He's benched for Kirk Cousins. He doesn't see the field again.
I ain't gonna even lie. When
Until Kirk got
RG3
hurt.
came,
Yeah.
when y'all came and RG3 did what he did to us, I was like, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He should've
RG3
been.
was really good. Like, all
I was
jokes
like, yo,
aside,
we're
he
in.
was
I've
really
never-
good.
Besides Michael Vick and him, I said, whoa. we're in
Right.
trouble. And then that stinks.
And now it's Lamar Jackson.
Guilty.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. It's,
Wasn't that the last time y'all won the? No, nah. We
No,
let y'all
it
win
was
it
last
last
year.
year. No, we let y'all win it last year. All right.
You did not
My
let us
bad.
I
win
checked
last
on
Alright,
Nate
so let's
Sudfeld's availability. The 49ers protected him this week because I really would have loved to have picked up Nate Sudfeld just for the jokes.
Yeah.
Just for the
Yes.
jokes.
And
And
we
we went
beat
against
guys.
the Eagles. Just to play against the Eagles tonight, right? All right, so
Yeah.
look, I know y'all got about 9 minutes left, right? So what is your gut feeling? All right, I want to start with Trev.
Trev,
So
yeah.
So what is your gut feeling about this game tonight? Like,
I think
Who-
we're
go
gonna
ahead.
shock the world. I think we're gonna
Man, being the Eagles at 6-7, not damn shocking the damn world. The Giants beat us.
Yes, we are, bro. Hey,
the Lions.
That's not shocking. No, but the Giants beat us.
Our world, we don't have.
But that's not shocking the world, though.
I think it is. It's almost a double digit.
To have Garrett Gilbert as our quarterback. I mean, yeah, listen, we have a quarterback we just signed 5 days ago. Whether Ron knew him years ago or not, he still doesn't know the players that we have. That's one. Two, we're missing Kendall Fuller and Cam Curl. Whether it's on the field but in the locker room, that's still another thing. Three, I just think that everything is stacked against us, that you guys are walking in here thinking, oh, they have COVID players, they got Garrett Gilbert, the same mentality that everybody else does.
Y'all walking into us. Y'all walking
same thing. You're walking into the game thinking it's a cakewalk, but I think it's going to be a dogfight, and we're going to pull it out at the very end. It's not going to be a blowout on either side. It's not going to be, it's going to come down to turnovers, ball security, and like you said, which defense shows up to play. Because I think both defensive lines and defenses are relatively equal. We both have middle to mediocre linebacking core. Our defensive line are both really talented, and our secondary has at least one. I mean Steven Nelson. You say how you want, King, but he ain't that great. Yeah. But
it's my weak link.
So yeah, it comes between Darius Slay and Terry McLaurin matchup, and then our defensive lines. So, but I think we squeak it out and shock the world and win where we're not favored.
Shock the world.
Yeah, everyone's counting us out because of Garrett Gilbert. Simply because of Garrett Gilbert.
I mean, we've been underdogs 99% of this year. And we beat the Carolina Panthers, but we didn't shock the world. It's the Panthers. At that time, we was underdogs.
I guess we're just used to because we beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after a bye and we shocked the world then. So I guess I'm just used to that.
Well, we're not on their level, so it's not
this is a cakewalk then. We good then.
Hey, we didn't win the Super Bowl last year and have Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, Godwin, Gronk, and David, all that stuff. Nah, we
don't have the Miami Heat in our locker.
Yo. And that's why we are fighting for the 7th seed, not the first seed.
But it's like the first seed in our world.
But, hey, Trev, one thing I must say, bro, it's any given Sunday or any given Tuesday, or what you want to say. I mean, look at the Cardinals. They just took an L from the worst team in the NFL.
The Lions.
Exactly. The Cardinals were 7-0 on the road.
Yeah.
But the Lions have a legit QB as well.
But the thing is this: when the Eagles beat the Lions 44 to something, they were it's just the Lions, and then they beat the Vikings, and they beat the Vikings and the Cardinals. All of a sudden, the Lions are competitive. Before we played the Lions, they have never been blown out like that until the Eagles played them. Now all of a sudden, they are legit. They might be winning the Super Bowl next year.
They have a legit QB, so therefore they at least have a chance. But I think it's going to be very similar to yesterday's game with the Browns and the Raiders. And the Raiders are a pretty good team with a good quarterback, and the Browns are a pretty good team, but with a guy basically who has no business being a starting quarterback. That's kind of how it's going to be. It's going to be an ugly game.
Hey, we cut Mullins.
A slow game. It's going to be kind of a boring game. It's going to be low scoring.
Okay.
So, but I'm a pragmatist. I think it's going to be Philadelphia's going to win just because they're going to have a little bit more talent, and we have a quarterback that has no business starting an NFL game at this point. Can he be a fill-in guy every once in a while? Sure, but not when he just shows up to a squad 5 days beforehand.
We just need him.
Recipe for trouble. I think it's going to be a low-scoring
today.
16-13, very, very similar to Cleveland.
I like you, Stoner. This is for you.
That's what I start doing that.
This is for you. This is for you,
that
Stoner.
Should be your sign-off, Stoner.
That should be my sign. Oh, you know what?
Stoner, out.
Every time I say it, say this is for you, Jason.
Stoner, out.
Yes. All right, Nathan, what's your gut feeling, dog? Come on, don't do me wrong like Stoner did.
It's going to be a very chippy game. These teams don't like each other. There was a lot of talk, especially with the game being pushed back from the players. So I think that there's going to be some interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of, animosity on the field.
Don't forget that.
This is a good thing.
Like you don't forget that.
These teams don't like each other. So I think you're going to see a lot of after the whistle type action. When the play is happening, I really agree with Trev here. I think Washington has a chance to at least cover. To at least cover. 8 points is a lot. Yeah,
Tampa is still losing. Right?
Hey, it's
Well,
fine,
not
bro.
necessarily, but
The points they can cover.
Still
But
cover
I
and
actually
win.
think Washington pulls out a victory today
Mm-hmm.
because the defensive line came back. Because of that, because I mentioned when we were with you last week that I actually flipped my answer from just the day before on our show. That I picked Washington on our show. I picked Philadelphia on your show. I'm picking Washington today because the only reason why I flipped was how many on the defensive side of the ball Washington was.
Yeah.
I think
what's the score?
that,
So I need some scores though.
Yeah,
Y'all saying they're gonna win.
I got you. You ready right here?
We'll do this after we.
Oh yeah.
Do it after the pick.
Okay.
That way it makes sense.
So,
It flows.
All right.
I'm going to take Washington today. A
To win?
victory
Yeah,
to win.
because Jalen Hurts, man, I know he's been out, but he's got to get back to game speed, and to come to face this kind of defense for his first game back in about 2.5 weeks. That's a tall task to ask.
Hey, I hear you, but I feel like the Eagles are going to win because of our running game. I feel like they're going to control the clock on a cold night. Hurts is not going to actually do much. I know the Philadelphia fans is going to kill him. Who cares about tomorrow? Let's get this mission done tonight. I feel like that the Eagles are going to win because of our running game and Hargrave and Cox up the middle. We going to see how much time this young quarterback got.
Okay.
Yeah.
King.
Our defensive line is going to eat. So I'm pinning the ears back and going. That's all we doing. So I'm going to say that for one. And number two, I think Montez Sweat coming back, not playing for a month. I think that's going to hurt him a lot. And I think with Jalen, man, he's just going to make our running game even stronger. So there's going to be a lot of QB keeping. There's going to be a lot of zone reads, options. We're gonna probably gonna pull the rabbit out the hat on this one because and like I said, and just like how you guys said, it's going to be chippy. But I just feel like the Philadelphia Eagles will pull this one at the end, and I say my piece.
All right. So, hey, Trev, Stoner, Nathan, score, and then we're going to get you out of here.
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm definitely subscribing to you guys. Definitely.
Appreciate it. We'll subscribe back.
Already did.
For sure. Washington 23, Philadelphia 9.
Woo! That's a blowout. God.
With chest.
Okay, all right. I like it. I don't, but I like it. Hey, go ahead, Stoner.
I'm going to stick with my original score and pick, and I have Philadelphia winning 16-10.
Ooh, tight one. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going with my original from our show on Wednesday. Washington wins this one 18-13.
King.
That's such an awkward score.
I know.
We're going to kick 6 straight field goals, bro. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going 9-14, Philadelphia.
Ooh. Yo, I'm going to look. Hey, I go by track records. The Eagles have only won one game when they had not scored over 30 points. One game. All their 5 wins, all 30 points. Besides the Cardinals, the Panthers game. So I've got Eagles going 30-17. I feel like if we're going to start running the ball. Yeah, I mean,
it is what it is.
Yeah, your 13-point beatdown is not that bad, all right? And you brought your damn benches. And you done pushed up 3 days later, 2 days later. So,
Get ready.
It is what it is. But
all a mind game. And it's working already. I can see it.
Hey, I ain't going to lie, I was so hot because, mind you, I was back home in Philly. I was there. And I couldn't stay because of my wife. My wife was like, I got to work. And then my wife was like, you can stay. It's your Christmas gift. And my daughter looks at me. She's like, no, Dad, I don't feel safe without you. So
that is the only bad part about this. And we didn't do it. It's not our fault. The NFL did it. They could have said play Monday. They could have said
watching me at that game.
That is the bad part about it.
It's a pleasure to meet you guys, yo. Real talk.
Oh, for sure, yes. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. So, hey, any last words, man, before we sign up? Because I know I got to get ready for my play-by-play. Y'all got to get ready for y'all play-by-play. So, any last words? where they could find you at on Twitter, because you're all one on your YouTube, but on Twitter, where they could find y'all at?
My handle's right there on the screen at Trev Stores WFT. I'm on Twitter all day, every day.
Yep, you can find us. We got our names there. You can find us at Ref the District, all the platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all of those at Ref the District. You can find us for sure.
Yep.
And all I have to say is hail to the W.
Yes, sir.
All right. And King.
So I'm on Twitter as King K. On IG, I'm Fly King Joint. Y'all know what it is, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the invite. JC, my guy, Jersey stand up.
Yes, sir.
Also, man, win or lose, man, we still fly. Go Birds.
Yep. Yes, sir. Hey. Y'all already know. If y'all watching, you must be subscribed to my channel. If y'all not, just hit JC Eagles Talk on all platforms, Facebook, IG, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. And as always, go Birds, beat the Washington.